What's up, guys? It's the Halloween Hooligan here, and in today's video I have the 4-foot skeleton groundbreaker from At Home, aka Mini Rattles. Let's unbox this thing. Alright, so I got my scissors right here, but before I unbox him, I do want to say he is new for 2024, and he is retailing for $219. Let's get this guy open. Alright, the box is all cut open. Let's start taking his parts out. So, oh my goodness. I don't know how big this guy was going to be. Wow. This is my first reaction too. Just cut the tape. All right, this is a box with some steaks. I'm going to just throw that to the side here. I believe, yep, filler box, not important. Now we actually have the big stuff. So let's start out here. We have the neck piece. Now, this is a huge neck piece. Of course, he is a huge character, so that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, all these pieces I'm just going to set out over here, and then I'll show you guys what all comes in. Now I'm grabbing his head, and his head is giant, guys. I haven't been able to see it yet, but I think hopefully you guys can see it. Oh my goodness, wow. That is awesome. Head is huge. Not as big as the actual Rattles from Party City, but still amazing because this guy's a smaller, cheaper version and much more manageable to store inside of your house. All right, so now I'm going to, let's see. We have a hand here. Huge, huge hand. Oh my goodness. And I'll take all these out of the wrap so you can see them in a minute, but huge hand as you can see. Oh my goodness, kind of like the 12-foot skeleton's hand. All right, let's see. How do I get this thing out? Another filler piece. And there should be one more filler piece. Get that out. Now I should be able to take out the rib cage. And oh my goodness, guys, this thing is huge. I'll show a better view of it in a second. It's very heavy. But this thing is giant and looks amazing too. So now I actually can get some other pieces out. This is obviously an arm piece. Another arm piece, and this is the one where the hand connects, so it makes it look like it's reaching out at you. And that's another thing I love about this guy. The way he reaches out, it's literally amazing. And then we have the actual reaching arm. Now this guy is looking awesome so far. But yeah, I'm going to get this box out of the way, and we will start the setup. Here we go. Okay, so I have all the parts laid out here. There are some bugs on it. Obviously, it is outside. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to have them out long. This is the steak box, so I'm not going to be using those because I'm just going to put them right back in the box after I set them up. But yeah, let's actually get to the setup for real this time. All right, for your first step, you're going to want to take this piece. Now, I did notice that they are not labeled, which I think kind of weird. But this piece right here, you know it's correct because it has the little prongs you put the hand into. So all you're going to do is just put this in the arm right there, and I guess it just stays in like that. And then you got to twist forward, then boom, it's in like so. So now you can take your other big hand, which this is going to be really cool. I can't wait to see him out like this. But just slide that into those two prongs, and I think, yeah, hear that click, and there we go. He is now reaching at the crowd, which looks amazing. Okay, so next up, we have the neck piece. Now, I do want to show something real quick. So on the neck piece, I'm not sure if you can see, but there is an arrow right there indicating that you are going to put that in the lock piece. So there's a little lock and unlock piece right here, and that's where you set it down. Just make sure you line that up. And what I'm doing, I'm pushing it forward just a little bit, and that should make it a little easier to turn. Just like so. Make sure you hear that click, and then the neck is in, just like that. Okay. So next up, I'm going to take his other arm piece, and I believe this is the same thing. So just what we're doing is kind of lining it up. So like I said, just like the neck piece, this has the arrow. So you're going to line that up with the lock piece. And I think all you're going to do is just turn it till it's on the ground like that. He's kind of turning a little bit. But as you can see, it's like his arm is still halfway in the ground. But there we go. Next up, you're going to want to take his other hand, and this one does not connect to anything. As you can see, it's kind of breaking out of the ground still. You can really pose this however you want, so I'm just going to put it like that. So half of his arm is still under the ground, and that's looking good. All right, so the final step is to take his head and lock that in to his neck piece. So what you're going to do, you're just going to set it down like so, and I believe, there we go. It's all locked in. Now this guy is all done, and there's no demo, but I'll get a close-up shot of him. He looks amazing. I can't believe it. All right, so before I say my overall thoughts on this guy, I do want to mention that he does have holes for the stakes. So earlier we didn't know what the stakes were for, but he does, and there's bugs all over this thing because it's outside and it's summer. But the holes right here are for the stakes, so you can stake this down and hopefully it won't break off during any bad wind. Same with this piece right here, and same with that piece in the rib cage. I believe that's it because that's not going to go anywhere. And then really nothing over here needs to be staked down. So it's mainly that one side that just needs the extra support. So yeah, just wanted to mention that real quick. There is one down here too that I missed. But that's everything. All right, there we have it, guys. The at-home new for 2024 4 feet tall skeleton groundbreaker. I really have no complaints about this guy. He is really cool and huge in person. Now, I did notice something about this arm that's sticking out. It really sticks out. It's basically like he's grabbing you. Now, this, I genuinely don't know how to put it, but he is insanely huge in person, like I just said. Of course, Rattles, the Party City skeleton, is obviously bigger than this guy, but this guy is definitely a really good alternative if you're looking for something cheaper and something more easy to store. So, I know there is a couple of people who have painted the ribcage black. Now, that honestly isn't the right color because I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that, like, his eye and his mouth and his nose, that's a brownish color. So make sure to try to get the same color brown if you want to paint those little cracks, rib cages and all that. So I guess I'll show you a little shot of the back here. You have those cracks in the back of his head, and then you have his fully detailed back. So that looks really cool. Overall, this guy looks really professional and is outdoor rated, so you can leave him outside whenever there's rain, which is a really cool touch. I will say, though, this arm right here, I probably would recommend removing this arm because you wouldn't want that to snap and it is still kind of wobbly. Same with the head. I think the head will be fine considering how heavy it is, but just to be safe, you might want to remove that if there's high winds, and I mean like pretty high winds, so yeah. All right, that's going to wrap it up on my review of the at-home 2024 4 foot tall skeleton groundbreaker. Like I said, overall, this guy is amazing, but yeah. Subscribe for more Halloween hooliganism, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.